to Desert Winds, episode 17. When last we left our intrepid heroes, they were in the desecrated temple of Sun, the goddess of beauty, where they had tracked some interesting phenomena with that was related to the life and death lifestone. They tracked it to this temple as the source of these ghostly apparitions starting in the swamp, with the bullywugs becoming more fearsome and bold, and they are currently in the dungeon investigating and trying to find this life and death lifestone. While they were delving the dungeon, they came across a tiefling cleric who had died at the hands of several of the monsters here, and he had asked for the party to avenge him. They were given a hammer that is pretty amazing. It's Grabthar's hammer, and it's a hammer of vengeance. Later, they also came across a statue that mentioned the Goblin King, and finally, while fighting a wraith, a specter, its cloaks dropped to the ground, and after tossing the cloaks aside, they heard a clattering where they were able to pick up and identify a wand of defense against the dark arts. And that is where we left our party.
So Adron is going to move over to Stryker, make sure she's okay and everything, and simply because she is at a height disadvantage, pick her up and put her on his shoulders.
Okay. You are now carrying a Stryker with you. So you guys had opened this door here, and Quibble had gone inside and was looking around. Now, this particular room that you and Quibble are looking at right now, Quirk, seems to be like a banquet hall of some sort. Long tables stretch from one side of the room to the other. I mean, they're actually like several tables set together with walking lanes. But yeah, this large room here is a banquet hall. There are settings on the table with rotted food and leftovers from what you can only imagine are when this temple started getting overrun.
Looks like they got taken out at dinner.
How long ago was this dinner?
Well, it's all rotted, but it's not gone, so... I mean, I guess that would have to be inside a month, right? After a month, it would just kind of gone?
Wait, how decayed did you say it was?
Pretty decayed.
Okay. Like, so like at the, I mean like, but at least it is still there, not just sort of like those stains on the plastic or whatever sort of silverware tableware.
Parts of it are gross stain, parts of it are still there.
Okay, so yeah, I'd say I kind of look at everybody else and I'm like, I'd say probably within maybe 2 months, a month or two.
So, Adron is going to move in to investigate.
And I'm gonna follow in after him.
Okay. Go up one more square.
Okay.
Actually, here, I'll just do that.
Thank you.
Here you go. And Luke, your mic is muted, just in case you didn't know. And Ari, we're getting that that rubbing sound again.
Is that better?
That's much better.
Okay.
Okay, I just wanted to, no, it's okay, Luke. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't missing you. So if you if you type into Fantasy Grounds for me, that should be great. That way I don't have to switch back and forth between team and such. Okay, so yeah, this is the banquet hall, and you were rolling an investigation check. What exactly are you looking for, Adron?
Just anything I can find.
Okay, so...
But with a 7, I don't expect to find anything, so...
Yeah, I mean, you find some pretty fine silverware.
I'm gonna go ahead and rescue this fine silverware from the corruption that is going on in this temple.
Okay.
Do
go ahead.
Do I notice him doing that?
Make a perception check. And it's up to Adron too if he's being sneaky about it or if he's just grabbing it. But Adron, go ahead and add fine silverware your inventory worth we'll say 100 gold.
Are you being sneaky about it?
Not at all.
Okay, so do I have to roll a
No, it
check?
would go against your passive perception.
Which is
No.
high, right? It's 15, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, your perception, is 15. So, yeah, I mean, you see him.
I'm going to kind of I look over at him and I throw him this stern, kind of disapproving mom look. Like, I'm not too happy with him stealing from this temple, but I'm a little distracted as I'm kind of looking around at the rest of the room.
Ari, would you rather this silverware sit here and go to waste in such corruption? These are beautiful pieces that need to be rescued.
They are beautiful pieces, but I would disagree with the labeling it that you were rescuing it. I'd rather...
Until you see what I have planned for these, you should not make assumptions, no?
I reserve the right to make assumptions about your actions until you prove otherwise reliable.
That is highly illogical for one such as yourself.
I kind of look all grumpy and kind of blush a little bit at that, and just kind of let out a and look away from him as I'm just trying to... I'm still a little bit overwhelmed by this situation that we're in. And a little pissed off that he's trying to quote my religion back at me.
Alright.
And this is why I did the reading on the ship.
Yes.
Luke, you see all kinds of stuff. Pretty much any place setting that you could have at a banquet is here.
I'm looking around. Are there any sort of like religious, I don't know, emblems or just religious-looking objects in the room, or like decorations on the walls, that sort of thing?
The majority of the decorations that you have been seeing throughout the temple have been desecrated, but they primarily take the form of reliefs, like set into the wall, of a red-haired woman, long, flowing, curly hair, smiling.
And they're all still desecrated in this room like the other rooms.
Correct.
And everything that we've seen in this temple, religious, has been desecrated?
Correct.
Have we noticed any sort of looting? I mean, I would assume if the silverware was still there and it's worth a lot, I mean, would I know if there's been a lot of looting going on, or has it mainly been just desecration?
To be perfectly honest, you guys haven't done a whole lot of exploration throughout the temple yet. The rooms that you had been in on the first floor, or I guess the first basement level here, they seemed to be pretty picked clean, but you haven't been through a whole lot of the temple on this side yet.
Okay.
What about that, one, I guess shrine that we found set up? That was to Orcus?
Oh yeah. And also on the first floor, you guys did find a small shrine set up to Orcus. But Quirk and Leonis, I believe, had both desecrated it on their own, destroyed it.
Okay.
And Quirk, what is Quibble's perception again?
Passive or active?
Both.
So his passive is 14 plus 4 with advantage on perception checks.
Okay. So, as Quibble is looking around the room, he notices up in the shadows on the ceiling a net spread across the ceiling.
Alright, so he would communicate that telepathically. I'd just be like, guys, watch out! There's a net over there!
Wait, are we under the net, did you say?
No, it's up above you, Ari.
Oh, above me?
It's further into the room.
Oh, okay.
But Quibble did spot it.
Oh, there it is. I see it now. Upon hearing that noise in my head again, I kind of straighten up a bit and kind of go stock still for a moment, and then try and look away from Quibble.
Oh, which noise do you mean?
Wait, not Quibble. Quirk.
Oh, Quibble communicates to Quirk telepathically.
Oh, okay. I was confused. Okay, never mind. I thought you were talking to us telepathically. I'm just like, Ari does not like that.
Okay. So, Adron, are you taking a look at this door here?
I am indeed.
Okay. That... that is a wooden door, similar to the other doors that you guys have encountered before. This one appears to be stuck within the jam.
I am rolling like crap tonight trying to find traps and stuff. Oi.
You try to shoulder check it, and it doesn't budge at all. You feel like you might have just bruised your shoulder.
I'm noticing this display. I kind of look over at Stryker and I kind of nod to her and then gesture towards the door and I say, maybe you should have a look at the door.
The Striker
Is Stryker?
grins a little bit. She's, yeah. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do against it. I'm comfy up here.
Really, Stryker?
She shrugs a little bit. You know.
Roll my eyes. And put a finger on my temple.
So, go ahead and give me another strength check, Adron.
Oh no! After the first hit, I'm not trying to open it anymore.
Okay. I mean, you can tell that it's probably not locked, just that it's stuck within the jam.
Yeah, but I've got a halfling sitting on my shoulders. I don't want to dislodge her too hard.
You say it was a wooden door?
It is a wooden door.
Alright. I'm gonna hit it with a firebolt.
Okay. Keep in mind, smoke in an enclosed area is not necessarily a good thing.
I've got wind control.
Make your attack with advantage, because it's a wooden door.
Alright.
Not communicating this to the group, just gonna smoke us out.
Also, make sure that you're keeping track of the charges on that wand, Quirk.
Yep.
You hit.
Quark, you do realize that there are other doors for us to travel through.
Yeah. Once it's burned away a bit, you can just kick it open.
But we have 2 other doors to check.
Okay. Just walk over to it.
And now we have to deal with this smoke.
My
What
eyes
was
are
your
just
damage?
watering and I'm fanning at my face and rubbing my eyes.
What was your damage on that firebolt,
User
Quirk?
joined your channel.
Okay. So the fire engulfs the door, and it burns for a few seconds, and then did you say that you were putting it out as well?
Yes.
Okay. So it burns for a few seconds, leaving a pretty hefty scorch mark on it, and you can tell now that the integrity of that door is severely compromised. And as you guys turn to start walking towards the other door, the door comes crashing down, splintering in all directions, as an ogre zombie comes charging out.
Oh, just wonderful.
This is the perfect
Everybody
ending.
roll initiative.
Okay. I just got
This is exactly what I was talking about,
Welcome,
Quark.
Leonis.
He kicked it down. We'd have him under surprise.
Hold on. I roll awful with initiative every single time. Every single time.
It's okay, Leonis. We still love you.
I've never rolled well. I've always been within the bottom 3.
You know, welcome to the party.
Thank you. I just got here. What happened? I heard fire.
Yeah, not a whole lot's happened. Quirk just set this door on fire trying to open it. And right after he he extinguished the flames and you guys started walking away, this zombie came charging through it.
Did he ever just move the smoke away from us, or are we all still like coughing up our lungs while we're trying to fight this ogre?
I mean, it probably wouldn't have been. There probably wouldn't have been that much smoke coming off of it.
It's just I was standing pretty close to the door, so that's why it was affecting me. And also, we are getting a little bit of echo again.
From me?
I think it was Annika last time I checked TeamSpeak when I first got in.
Did my initiative roll
it's gone.
actually
Never mind.
register?
Okay.
Yes, it did. I see you on the combat tracker.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't see an initiative roll from
I don't see an
Quirk.
initiative roll from you, Quirk.
I see his initiative at 15.
That would have been
Yeah,
a previous
but
one.
not in the...
Here we go.
Okay.
Alright, so let's do this.
And
We are at
Quibble's left.
round 0.
Yeah, Quibble, I also need to roll.
Okay.
Quibble might go first. Quibble doesn't go first.
That is going to... Ogre Zombie. So he comes, running up to you, Adron and Striker. And he takes huge swipe at you guys with a Morning Star. Oops, and I forgot to target.
Also, what was Quibble's initiative roll?
Looks like it was an 8.
Okay, it will just need to be changed on the combat tracker then.
Give me just a second here.
Okay.
Oh. Quibble. Was an 8? Dropping an
Yes.
initiative. Okay. And yours was an 11, Quirk?
Yes.
I just want to make sure that everybody's has updated properly. Looks like they have. Yeah, everybody's initiative is updated properly. Okay, so he takes a strike at you with his Morning Star. 20 is going to hit your AC, correct, Adron?
Yes!
Oh no.
Let me make sure that I've got you targeted again. There we go. And he hits you for 13 damage.
Oh.
Alright, next up is going to be Adron.
Well, I still have one key left.
Remember too
Well-
that you guys did take a short rest last session.
Oh, I forgot about... No, they did. I did not. I was keeping guard and moving around and all that other stuff. So I didn't get the benefits of the long rest. Or short rest, excuse me.
Okay.
So I am going to use Step of the Wind to give me the disengage bonus action.
Okay.
And I will move back there. And you may want to move Striker with me because she is on my back.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And let's go ahead and start with my own short bow attack.
Okay. This is going to be awesome. We're going to have a double-decker short bow happening.
Indeed. Does 21 hit?
That does hit.
Okay, I do not have any allies adjacent, so no sneak attack damage. Sweet! Max damage anyway.
Nice. Okay, awesome. And if that's the end of your turn, go ahead and click next actor.
Alright.
Quirk.
So, I have a question regarding this nice new wand that I have.
Okay.
One of the spells on it requires concentration. Cast from the wand, does it still require concentration?
That's a good question. And I'm not sure what the answer is right off the top of my head.
I
I
don't think it would.
believe that it does. I believe that it does still require concentration.
Okay. In that case, does
But
the...
you can still cast other spells as long as they're not concentration spells.
Right. But does that also hold true for the Wand of Control Wind? Because that's also concentration.
Yes, that would hold true.
Okay. So I can't use...
And,
Both of
and again,
them.
Quirk, the fire that you created, since you put it out right away, probably is not creating that much smoke.
Well, yeah, but there's still the fire outside that's being held back by the Great Wind.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
If I could interject, it is in a swamp. We have been down here for a little while. I don't know if we've been down here long enough for the wind spell to have expired, but by the same token, I think the fire may have burned down to a point where it's not necessary.
Okay.
That would also be true.
Well, has it been more than 10 minutes? Yeah, we had a long rest.
Oh yeah,
so it's
yeah,
gone.
we did.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. That case... Which direction is the guy looking?
He is looking basically straight ahead. Came charging out of that room after the fire got set and came right towards the nearest thing to him and just started swinging.
Okay. So, I am going to cast protection from good and evil.
Okay. So in that case,
On-
you'll pick one. So protection from evil, I'm guessing.
Yes. And that will be on... Lysaris.
So you're casting protection from evil on Luke?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I'll have to do the 5-foot step before I can touch him. Then... My speed is... Okay. So... It also allows me to use X, and that's a bonus action.
I believe so.
Okay. Then I would like to hex the zombie.
Okay.
Where I find the...
I believe Hex is actually a warlock ability, but I still want you to be able to have it. So...
X. It's level 1 warlock spell.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, you can still cast it because it's part of the wand. So... Yeah, and it is a bonus action.
Okay. So...
But it is a concentration spell.
As well?
Yes.
Alright, so... Not gonna do that then, just going... Oh, I... Okay. So then...
Adron, chat says that you and Stryker are forming a really short version of Voltron.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Quirk, go ahead.
Okay, so... I've gone 5... Yeah, I don't really. Alright. So that is my turn then.
Okie doke. Go ahead and go next actor.
Who is that? Is that me?
Striker.
Striker.
Okay, so Stryker is going to pull her short bow. And, she prods you, Akiva. Keep me... Or Adron, she says, keep me steady, keep me steady.
I'll do my best to do so. That was not verbally said, I just plant my feet.
Gotcha.
Horse stance.
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Apparently I did a really good job of staying steady.
Well, that nat 20 can balance out my nat 1 for initiative.
Hey, nice. Looks like it applied all of the damage. So, Stryker pulls back the string on her bow, and she lets loose her arrow, and it flies and hits this zombie directly between the eyes. But it doesn't seem like this zombie is really slowed at all. It's still lumbering forward towards you guys, and it doesn't really look affected. But you can tell that the arrow hit in a critical spot. Ari.
Okay, seeing as that happened, I'm going to rush forward into closer range combat.
Of course you are.
Yeah, of course I am. Why wouldn't I? And
You do you, Ari.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run straight up to the ogre, totally feeling the courage of my god inside of me, and I'm going to swing at him.
Okay.
With my longsword.
Then I'm actually going to move you down. Do you want to be in this top square or the bottom square?
The top one. So right in front of,
Leonis.
There. So bad at names.
It's okay. You'll get there. You didn't have the zombie targeted, but that's okay. Let me check his AC.
Oops, sorry.
You do actually hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Okay. Is here. Yeah, if you for you on Mac, you should be able to command click. Like, click the zombie, or, I'm sorry, command click the zombie,
Yeah.
and that should target him.
What should it look like if it does that?
On the combat tracker, it will actually say ogre zombie targeted.
Okay.
If you control click the ogre zombie on the combat tracker, you'll target him.
You can also do it on the map as well.
Oh.
There, I see it.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so, now you at least have him targeted for future combat.
Thank you.
Now let's see here. Ogre, zombie. How much damage did you deal to him?
9.
Question is, where is he? Okay. And, is that everything?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold steady there.
Okay. Quibble.
Alright. Am I able to do a stealth roll with Quibble?
Sure.
Okay. So Quibble would like to fly over here, but will gladly take a roundabout way to get there. More than enough fly. That.
Okay, and guys, when you drag out your movement, make sure that you drag it to the middle of the square.
Sorry. It's so he's going to try to just kind of stay directly behind it so that it doesn't know that he's there.
Okay. Go ahead and make your stealth roll.
So, since he doesn't have it specifically, it's just a dex check?
Yes.
That register?
It did register. I'm about to roll for the zombie. As far as you can tell, the zombie has his attention so focused on Ari and the other puny creatures ahead of it, so it's not even paying any attention to Quibble.
Okay.
Okay. So if that's everything for Quibble, go ahead and go to next actor.
Not registering.
Oh, it's because it's okay, I forgot. Sorry. Luke. Okay, go ahead. And then also remember to, okay, you've already got it targeted. Sweet. Nice. Deal that damage, boy.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So Luke, you basically turn over your shoulder, seeing this huge zombie approaching you. You turn over your shoulder and run back to fall in line with Quirk. Draw your bow, knock an arrow in one smooth motion, and just let that arrow fly. And it hits the ogre square in the chest, sinking in with a real stick, squelching sound. And it still continues to lumber forward. And also, let me ask this, Luke. Did you apply your Colossus Slayer damage to that as well? Because this thing is not at full hit points, so every attack that you take from now on should also do your Colossus Slayer damage. Which I believe is an additional D8 at this level. Yep. Alright. Another 4 on top of that. Alright. Next up. Leonis.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to move here around Ari. And then I'm going to cast Thunder Wave. Center just so that Ari and Quibble both don't get hit by it.
Okay, well, yeah, Thunder Wave, what is it? It's a cone effect?
It's a 15-foot cube.
15-foot cube.
Which I can center.
Yeah, I mean, you could center it directly on that zombie.
That's pretty much what I'm doing. And then, like, over a little bit so it doesn't hit Quibble.
Okay.
To block where I was gonna go.
Okay, that's fine. And what type of save does he need to make?
It is a Constitution saving throw. And then do I roll damage?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
What's the DC on that con save?
14.
It makes it.
Dang it.
So it is not knocked back at all, but it is still going to take half?
Yes.
Double check that went through properly. Wrong button.
I think it was at 29 before, so I think you'll just have to change it manually to 34.
No, it was at 39 after the last attack that Luke did. Oh. Doesn't look like it did actually add that damage.
Oh wait, what? I had it targeted. Why did it untarget it?
It's fine. So another 5. Got it. Okay.
I stand here. Next actor. Boop.
Okay. So the zombie now is being engaged by Ari and Leonis. Turns its attention to her.
I'm ready for it.
And it takes a swing with Mace again, or Morningstar rather, and misses. Ari, you were braced for the incoming swing. You knew that you could kind of tell that it was attacking whatever was close to it, just very mindlessly. And as it swings, you're able to parry its Morningstar away with your longsword, and get ready for your next attack.
Awesome.
Adron.
It's short bow time, and this time I have allies adjacent.
Yes, you do.
But I don't hit. Wonderful.
You hit.
Oh, I do with a 10. Nice.
Take a look at the chat window. It tells you that it was a hit.
No, actually it doesn't. It just says attack at. It doesn't say whether it hit.
Okay, yeah,
we
it
don't
does
know
actually
if they see.
hit. Okay, I didn't know that you guys couldn't see that.
9 points of damage.
Nice. So this thing is starting to look even more rough than it already is. Okay, Quirk. Are you muted, Quirk?
Yes, I am.
Alright.
So, wondering whether I should actually. I have protection from good.
Okay, you're cutting out. For me, at least.
Just yeah. Does this or arcane or fine because it has a spell in it that could be either, and that actually enters the person I'm thinking of targeting with it.
Okay. Which spell are you talking about? I heard
So-
you ask, is it acting as arcane or divine?
Yeah, so I'm thinking to cast the protection from good and evil on person,
Okay.
but it could be a cleric spell or it could be a wizard spell.
It's acting as a
Arcane, though.
wizard spell.
Okay. And I probably. Great. Let's. I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp through.
Okay. What kind of save is that?
It a attack roll.
Okay, we'll go ahead and make the attack roll then. Just barely missing.
Okay.
The Quibble tries to sink its talons into the zombie right as it's swinging at Ari. And when it swung, it moved just out of the way of Quibble's grasp.
Okay.
We're getting clicking of some sort.
From Annika.
Okay. Let's see here. And I have to.
Is it still clicking?
Nope.
No.
One combat tracker. Thank you. Alright. Next up is Striker.
Just go.
Oh, were you done moving, Quibble?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Okay. So Striker, she fires another shot with her short bow. And she hits it again, but not as critically as last time. She does a fair amount of damage to it, though. As the arrow sinks into the bicep of the Morning Star arm of this ogre, it lets out a guttural scream, very low and deep, and it almost rumbles this entire room that you guys are in. After Striker lets loose her arrow and sees that it hits, she kind of pats you on the shoulder, Adron, and she's like, "We're doing it! We're doing it!"
Keep it up!
All right, so I, after parrying the blow from that, I see the arrow sink into that Morningstar arm, and I kind of smile to myself, and I attempt to take that damn arm off.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Alright, so I'm just gonna swing again with my long sword. Same roll.
You do hit.
And then... back same roll.
We'll take consistency. Compared to your previous rollings from all of your other sessions, we'll take consistency.
Yeah.
Alright. So
Slow but
you
sitting.
manage to, as its weapon arm is being thrown back, and especially as it's being hit, you take the opportunity to hack upwards with both hands into its up into its armpit, basically, and hack into kind of like the tricep area. It lets out another loud growl as it's taking this pain. Go ahead and click next actor, unless you have any bonus actions or anything.
No, I think that's it. Where is next actor?
It's in the bottom of the combat tracker, bottom left-hand side of the combat tracker. It's a little dragon icon.
Not even seeing that.
There's a little bottom left, looks like a little dragon head with a down arrow underneath it on the combat tracker.
No, I don't even see it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
Quibble. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Quibble already acted this turn, didn't he, though?
That's taken as a reaction.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can cast anything with Quirk that has a range of touch using Quibble's reaction.
Okay.
He's going to go down here and take a look at what's in that room.
Okay. The ogre does make an attack of opportunity.
Wouldn't I still be under stealth on him? Or no, I guess I attacked him.
Yeah, you did attack
Okay.
him. Attack of opportunity. Tracker. There. Combat tracker's being stupid right now. Sorry, guys. I can't target Quibble, so we're gonna have to do this all manually. Okay, so 15 to hit Quibble on the way out.
Armor class of 13.
Okay. And it does, it does 12 bludgeoning damage, Quibble.
Alright, well, he's only got 1 hit point. Pops.
Okay. So that's the end of the attack of opportunity from the ogre. So as Quibble goes to fly away, the ogre basically raging because of these two attacks to its arm. It swings back, just backhanded wildly, and as it throws its Morning Star back, it does manage to connect with Quibble, who then continues to limp into that room. From what you can tell, it looks like a library.
Well, Quibble's only got 1 hit point, so...
Oh, he only has 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought you meant after the attack he had 1 hit point.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So you just...
Okay, so Quibble pops.
Oh.
Yeah.
And next actor, Luke. You will roll another d8 for Colossus Slayer again. Yeah, as long as your target is not at full HP, you get Colossus Slayer damage. That's a hit. That is exactly AC. And
That was a D10.
oh yeah, that was a D10. Go ahead and re-roll that again. You're looking at the pyramid-shaped one. It should be the same as
There you
your
go.
damage type, as
Much
your
higher roll,
longbow
too.
damage. Nice, much better. Another 7. I think that's right. Okay, and yeah, so you, Luke, you send another arrow directly into its chest. Again, a hideous squelching noise as the arrow penetrates the decaying flesh and tissue, and it is looking very, very much the worse for wear. Leonis.
So I see Quibble get hit and go poof, and that immediately makes me get very angry and go, "No, Quibble!" And then I roll for
Okay.
Ratha's hammer.
Nice.
Okay, I thought that was a 1, and I would have been pissed.
Well, I would count Quibble as an ally, which means you could have used the reaction.
Yeah, but it's okay because and then also, does radiant damage do anything extra?
You'll have to find out.
Okay. That doesn't matter. Yes.
Okay,
That's exactly
so
what
let
I was looking for.
me just double check this. All right. So, how do you want to do this?
Okay, so I see Quibble get hit, and then I hear the arrow go into the ogre zombie, and I get very angry. I yell, "Quibble!" And then I jump high enough that I grab the hammer with both my hands from the back and just slam it down on top of the head of the ogre zombie.
Nice. So the head collapses like a pumpkin that's been sitting out for weeks in anticipation of Halloween. It just crumples and collapses, and as your hammer hits the brain, bright light just explodes out all around you, engulfing both you and Ari in this brilliant yellowish light. And the zombie falls limp before you, and stand there for a moment or two looking at it, anticipating that maybe it will get back up again, and it does not.
I look down at it and I go, "No one hurts a bird. Not even a familiar." And I just walk away. I walk that way. And I walk over towards Quark, actually.
Alright.
Over here. And I said, are you going to be able to bring them back?
Yeah, it just takes an hour and 10 gold.
Okay. And I breathe a sigh of relief. And I go down and I hug Quark.
I hug him
Okay,
back.
okay. So also for the sake of clarity, because of the way that this map is laid out and everything, I am going to be awarding treasure hoard style. I've got the treasure already calculated, so I'm going to assume that you guys are looting bodies as you go and stuff, and I will award treasure at the very end of the temple.
Works for me.
Sounds good.
Just I don't want you guys to think that you're getting gypped, because I haven't forgotten about it. So.
Thanks. Honestly, I didn't care at that point, though. I could have let Ari loot it for all I cared, and then walked over to Quark.
Yeah, I'm hanging out over by the corpse and kind of poking at it with my sword a little bit.
I'm actually
and-
gonna fly over to it, sink both talons into it, and fucking grasp it.
Go
Be
ahead.
like,
While you guys are playing with the corpse, I'm going to sit down for a minute.
I walk over to Adron and I cast, where is it? Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
And I'm going to target him. Oop. And then heal. Ooh. Yeah.
Nice.
Many, many thanks.
Quirk, as you sink your talons into this zombie and then cast Shocking Grasp, all of a sudden the zombie stands back up and starts performing a bit of a muscle spasm jig. As long as you keep the Shocking Grasp going, it's performing a nice little dance and jig.
As it's doing that, I launch another arrow into it, thinking it's getting back up.
As I'm healing you.
Yep.
I immediately fall backwards and at the same time yell necromancy! And just, I am ready to go.
Ari, try making another attack against it. Just see
Alright.
what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stab at it.
Barely get it.
All right, you hit it, but
Do you want some damage?
no, it's all good. I mean, it's already dead. The nice little electroshock jig was for flavor.
Yeah,
Alright.
my eyes, I mean, the gut reaction was to look at the monster, but immediately my eyes narrow and are just trained on Quirk at this point. And I'm holding my sword and kind of just staring at him like, what is going on?
I'm just going to keep the shock going until it starts to hook, and then I'm going to let go of it.
Okay,
Until it
okay.
starts to what?
Cook.
It starts to cook.
Oh,
Yeah, you
ew.
guys start getting the smell of cooked, rotting zombie flesh, which is, needless to say,
Quark, put it down. Put it down. It stinks enough already. Put it down.
Okay.
Yeah, at this point I'm breathing heavily and I'm holding my sword and I am looking like if looks could kill, I am stabbing Quirk in the face right now and I keep opening my mouth like I'm trying to say something and I'm looking very flustered and just my face is turning red and I'm angry.
DM is requesting art of that, please, Ari.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'll
After-
get right on that. Let me grab my script.
After that all happens, and I finish healing a John, I just go over to Quirk, who I assume is over here at this point, like down where the zombie
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I just go, is there a particular reason for doing that?
Because it was me.
Fair enough. And then I walk over to the door, checking for traps if at the door. Oh wait, that's the door.
The
that
door
was
has been busted through, so there. Basically, this is now an archway.
Okay, then I walk through, step right inside, and see what I look around before moving anywhere else.
Okay, basically this was a library.
While they're moving into the other room, Quark, are you on the ground now? Are you back not flying-ish?
Yes.
Okay, and you're right next to me?
Yeah.
Alright, so I sheathe my sword, I just grab you by your shoulder, and I mean, it's a hard grasp, and I kind of look you in the eyes, and I just say, "Not do such things. Do you understand, wizard?"
I was just electrocuting it.
Can I see if I notice this?
Yeah.
Walk into the room. Okay, perception.
Sorry, I'm moving tokens around here real quick because
You
guys covered up my room number.
Perception is... there it is. Do I notice it? Do I notice that exchange?
You probably would notice that exchange because RA's voice is elevated at this point.
Okay, Okay, thank you.
I understand, Bird, that it was electricity, but you are walking on thin ice. Do you understand me?
Sure. I don't know. I would help you with stuff, but you don't seem to want help, so...
For a second, it almost looks like I'm about ready to just go at him. But I take a deep breath, and I finally let him go, and I just turn and walk away. I follow the rest of the group to the other room.
Adron, did you get my whisper?
Oh, I didn't realize that was a whisper.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so you guys do have another door right here that you can actually see from where you're standing.
I'm gonna go over and check it for traps.
Okay.
I'm going to check around the scattered books and see if I can get a feel for what kind of books would be in here. Whether they would be of religion, of whatever, and then once I figure out what kind of books they are, I want to make a roll to see what I would know about why they would be here.
Okay.
I'd also like to take a look at books.
I'm gonna move my room number tokens to the other corner. Putting those in the doorway was not the smartest idea. It does not appear to be a trap, Adron.
Oh yeah, I'll make a perception for that.
And that door also appears to be stuck. It does not appear to be as stuck as the previous door that your shoulder encountered, however.
I'm going to look up at Stryker. Would you mind taking a look at this and see if you can determine why it is stuck?
Stryker looks at the door and she goes, yeah, looks like the hinges have kind of failed over the years, and so it's not as fluid as it used to be. And she gives a quick she leans back almost like she's in a pendulum motion, and then rocks forward real quick with the bone on her shoulder and hits the door real good and pops it open.
Okay. What do I see through the doorway?
This appears to be an empty storage room. There are shelves in place, but there is nothing on it. There is nothing left on these shelves.
What report can I see from the books?
Books, you've got a mixture of religious books and a mixture of like for lack of a better term, civilian books. Just general knowledge books.
Okay. What kind are they specifically targeted toward one religion for the religious books, or
There are a variety of different books. Primarily, the books that you find are religious texts of Soon. But you are finding other books to and about other deities. Presumably so that clerics and paladins of the religion, when they encounter other clerics and paladins, would know faiths and customs and would be able to render proper respects, and courtesies.
Okay, I realize this and I call Ariadne. Do you know anything more about this room? What it might mean?
Can I do a religion check?
Sure.
Do I?
This would probably be one of the record-keeping rooms. Looking at one of the books that Leonis and Quirk show you, you can see accounts of various rituals that have been held here. Wedding ceremonies, funerals. It essentially is a record-keeping room for the area. They also track donations. It essentially is the public records room for this particular temple.
I relay that back to the other two.
Okay, thank you. And then
You're
I look
welcome.
back, what kind of damage has been done to the books? Like, has there been any damage? You said it was a library of sorts before.
The books are more aged by physical wear and tear than actual desecration to the books.
Okay, that's all I need to know. I walk over to the door that Adron and Stryker have just finished opening, and I peer in.
Okay.
And
I'm going to see if there are any books here that are just kind of about the general area.
Okay. With your 20 from before, we'll go ahead and keep that same roll. You do manage to find one book of the local area, although it's a more historical book. Gather that things have changed a fair amount since this book was written.
Okay, I'm going to throw it in my bag and go on.
Okay. Go ahead, Ari.
Oh, I was just, do I notice anything if something that would be useful, religiously, maybe a book with some sort of religious knowledge in it other than just, academia of Soon or anything like that?
You manage find a rituals book for Soon.
Oh.
The way that priests of Soon would cleanse last rites for followers of Soon. Basically a rituals book.
I'm going to While they're all down by the other door, I'm going to quickly just browse through that and see if I see anything interesting. Maybe in a couple things to memory or take note of a couple things, and then I'm going to place it back where I found it.
Okay. Okay, so coming into this storage room, you see shelves, lining the walls, on each of the three sides here. This door appears to be a little bit wider. This door here appears to be a little bit wider than these other doors that you've gone through. And you also have a doorway here.
I'm gonna check the wider doorway, see if it opens.
Okay.
I'm going to check the top shelves. If there's anything up there that's not been touched by whatever's gone to the temple.
Does not hit your armor class, correct?
A drawn? No, it does not.
Okay. So as you go to check that door, an ice dart fires out from the center of the door, and you're able to dodge out of the way of it, and it hits against the back wall before Quirk, moves into that area. It hits against the back wall and just like shatters, freezing several of the bricks. But the door does open.
Well, it would seem that I got a little cocky on that one. Whew.
Inside here, you actually see this would be actually the supply room for the various rituals and stuff. So, spell components, ritual components, things like that.
Ari, is there anything that you can use in here?
I hear that from the other room, and I follow after them. Can I do an investigation check on the room?
Yeah.
I'm also checking the small door. I meant to say that, but apparently my mic was muted when I did.
Okay, and Luke, before we get too far, I've seen your message here. There's not much of anything useful in the storeroom. It's basically empty shelves at this point. Let's see. You are checking. The door is again stuck.
I try to investigate the reason why it's stuck.
Similar to the others, hinges are rotted. Wood has swelled because of dew, mildew, stuff like that. The doors are getting damp, and so they're swelling. And they're not fitting properly.
Okay. Can I try to fix that? Make it unstuck?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Just give me a strength check.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you bust that door open. From within this hallway, you actually hear the noises of what sounds to be grinding along the floor.
Okay, and then I would walk right here and peek my head around. Just to see what it is. Like, I don't step into the hallway, but I peek my head around.
Give me a perception check with disadvantage, please.
Yay. Okay. Okay. Six.
Unfortunately, with the way that the light is, actually being cast in this room, you're not able to get a very clear picture past about this point.
If it's is each of these squares 5 feet?
Yes.
Get back to me. I'll be right with you. Yeah.
On my investigation check, what can I learn about this? I guess.
Okay. So this room does have various herbs, pots, various items used in rituals. A lot of the herbs and flowers and different dyes, potions, things like that are in here. You guys, with Cuthbert, would probably use similar components. You may not know entirely what they're for, but I mean, you know that they're used for religious rituals, and they could probably be useful to you in the future.
I'm going to collect anything that I possibly can, and I look back at Adron it was Adron who called me in here, correct?
Yes, and as you do, Adron is smirking as you're picking stuff up.
How did I know I was going to fall into that one? I
love you guys. You're so awesome.
I kind of nod back at Adron, and knowingly, I kind of stuff a few things in my pockets and in my bag, and I kind of keep sending him back these kind of fish. Somewhere between anger and like you've been caught in something.
And the smirk goes into a full shit-eating grin.
When I'm done, when I'm done collecting these things, I'm just gonna walk by him and kind of punch him in the shoulder, not wanting to meet his eyes.
Like a playful punch, like, okay, you caught me.
Yeah.
Not a word of this to anybody else.
Like don't say anything, please.
Okay, are you also going to grab that rituals book that you had, that you were looking at previously?
No, I left that.
Even with the new ritual materials. You don't have to.
I know, I'm having such a crisis of personality. In my mind, there's a difference between taking herbs that can be collected anywhere and books that somebody's thoughtfully put in there and has been left for this area. So no, I'm not going to go back and collect that book.
Okay.
Whenever I can, after I see that I can't see very far, I call Quark over. I say, Quark, can you come in here, please?
I'm just gonna be like, yeah, just hold on a sec.
That's fine.
I'm going to go in here and check to see if there's...
Adron does not let Quark into the room. If you cannot behave, you do not get the spoils.
What?
Ari's gonna give Adron kind of like an approving look, like you just earned some brownie points.
Hey.
Are you grabbing him on the shoulder or anything, Adron?
Oh, absolutely. My arm... he starts walking towards the room, my arm shoots out in front of him, stopping him, hitting him about chest height. Not hard enough to do any damage, of course, but just holding him back.
Okay, real quick, just for grins. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Oh god.
Quirk, you also get a dexterity save against this.
Would that be straight up dex save or
Yeah, dex save.
acrobatics?
Whichever is to your benefit.
Okay.
despite the fact that I did this without any warning to him. Doesn't matter, I stopped him anyway.
Roll. Yeah, it's still an opposed roll. So yeah, you, as Quirk tries to go walking into the room, your hand shoots out and grabs him by the shoulder, almost as if you have like a preternatural sense against it. And, if you don't behave, you don't get the spoils of war, and you kind of pull your hand, spinning him around the other direction, and he's like, oh, okay then, and goes walking back towards Leonis.
Don't walk in. Don't let him walk in.
Okay. Again,
this is more of
athletics.
This is more of a me saying, as he's coming over, I say, don't walk into the room. Just hold on and let me explain it.
Okay.
I don't stop him, but I'm trying to tell him to not walk into the room. Thankfully.
Of course.
I'm like... An
no.
actual issue of walking, because I don't have to walk.
Okay. Do you have any way of casting light down this hallway? I hear something, but I don't know what it is, and I would like to be able to see it before we step in here.
I don't have light, but I do have this. And I pull out one of the things of wood, and I'm just like, I can throw it down the hall and set it on fire.
Or how about this? I see the wood. I actually see if I can grab it. And I say, can I see that?
Sure.
Okay, I grab the wood. I cast my cantrip Produce Flame on it, and I chuck it down the hallway.
Okay. As you chuck it down the hallway,
I don't know if that's needed, but I put it in there anyway.
do you see that now?
Yeah, I see a thing.
And that is exactly what you see. You see the skeleton of what used to be a minotaur dragging its giant axe behind it, and it seems to be wandering halls kind of aimlessly.
Okay. And I say, work. Careful. And I back into the room and I say, guys, come here, quickly.
I kind of walk over to him.
And what are John doing? And everybody else.
I'm going to keep watch there on it so that I can tell them if it comes toward us.
Yeah,
It is lumbering very slowly towards you guys.
Guys, there's something walking towards us right now. Like down this hallway, we need to be prepared. If we can get the sneak on it, we can take it down easily. So be careful.
What do you mean by something? What exactly are we looking at?
From what I saw, it was a big skeleton. Looked huge, non-humanoid. I don't know, we need to be ready. And if you want to go take a look, you can. But be careful, if it sees you, we're going to be in for a fight, and it's not going to be easy.
I'm gonna take a slight peek around that corner.
While I'm sitting there watching it, I'm just going to do an Arcana check.
Go ahead. And Ari, you can make a religion check as well.
A religion check? Okay.
Luke, you can make a nature check if you'd like.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Now, if only we could get your attack rolls to do something like that.
Oh my god, we have really good Arcana, religion, and nature on this.
But we are on it. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, with the way that this thing is garbed, I mean, it's still wearing its metal gauntlets. It's still got its giant axe. Nice, you guys. With the with the horns and the bovine skull. Every one of you meets eyes as you all realize at the exact same time that this is a minotaur skeleton.
Does somebody say this to me, or do I just see them all make eye contact and go, what is it?
You hear me whisper, Minotaur. Great.
How How the hell did a Minotaur get down here?
Why is it reanimated is a better question.
What kind of temple was
calm,
this?
calm yourself. Okay.
Ari,
Hey,
did Saint Cuthbert give you the ability to turn undead?
No, I do not have that prepared today. Also, I haven't taken a long rest in a while and don't exactly have any spells left.
How broken is the door?
It's not broken. Luke just I'm sorry, not Luke. Leonis basically just gave it a quick shoulder check, and it popped open, popped free.
I pull the door closed, pushing us all back into the room. Let us hope it doesn't know how to open doors. We need to fall back to a safer position.
You guys hear heavy footfalls, and
everybody get ready in case it comes in here.
you can still hear the grinding of the axe.
I move into like right here, and I get ready. I'm just watching the door in case anything comes in.
I'm gonna pull out my crossbow and prepare myself and train it on the door.
Okay. You hear the axe grinding, get close, like, guess it's probably right in front of the door. And you don't hear anything for a moment. And then you hear another scraping. And continuous scraping now. And it seems like it's getting farther away.
Seems like it's starting.
Let us use this room as a area to rest. We need some semblance of preparation before we take on something like that.
We need to be careful, and we need to keep watch at all times in case for some reason it breaks its pattern and comes in here.
I can put a alarm on the door.
That would be a good idea. How much? There's not really enough room to rest in the area where we found the ritual stuff. So.
Can we not rest in here?
You can rest in this room, yeah. That you guys are standing in currently.
So I can put the alarm on a 20-foot area and for both of the doors.
That would be a good idea. Let us all rest up, get whatever spells you need back, heal up if we can. Essentially, Adron is essentially.
How long are we going to rest? I can keep this up for 8 hours.
Let us try for that.
We need sleep, especially after all the fights that we've gone through already today.
Hey,
Would we have...
want it to be an audible alarm, or do you want it to just tell me so I can tell you?
Audible.
On this side of the door, though, we don't want it to accidentally bump into the door and then all of a sudden a giant alarm to go off.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yeah, set it so that if it does come down right beside the door, that it doesn't set it off unless it goes through the door.
Okay. Quirk, is that a roll for the trap or for the alarm, or is it
20-foot tiny target or larger touches or enters the area, then it goes on.
Okay, it says that you can also designate creatures that will not set off the alarm.
Yes.
How about you designate that as us?
Oh,
Cool.
yes.
Accidentally sleepwalks, walks into alarm. Okay, anyway. I will take first watch if would like to.
How do I draw a square?
It should be shift, I believe. And then both right mouse buttons.
I can take a second watch as long as I can get 4 hours. So
I will take third and fourth watch. Being a wood elf, I only need 4 hours of meditation to get a full rest, full long rest.
same.
So Leonis, you're taking first watch. Ari, you said you were taking second, and Adron, you were taking third.
Third and fourth, because I only need 4 hours of meditation.
Okay, I can only put you in there once, but that's understood. And
Okay, so does that work?
that should work.
And right, tell me when we're about to start our rest.
It's up to you guys. As soon as you tell me.
We'll go ahead and start it now, I guess.
Never mind. I don't have it prepared. Never mind.
I'm going. Adron, are you over in that corner where you are on the map?
Yes.
I kind of take a look around the room, and then I kind of walk over to you and settle down, next to you and kind of give you a nod, as I start settling in to meditate.
As I get into position, I make sure that my knee is touching hers.
Ari's eyes open kind of slightly, and she kind of glances over at him, and then kind of looks away, and there's a little tiny bit of a blush going on. And she doesn't say anything, and just kind of goes back in and takes a deep breath and begins the meditation.
Okay.
Well, that didn't work. Hold on.
Okay, guys,
I didn't notice that.
I have set the party for a long rest. Double check and make sure that your abilities have come back. It should automatically recharge your abilities.
Yep, worked for me.
Yep,
like your
worked
hit
for me.
dice should have been reset and all of that stuff as well. So
Yeah.
I'm going to change up some of my spells because I can prepare different.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm gonna prepare a couple of spells as well, because I just found out I can do that.
Okay, so first watch. A drawn high or low?
We'll go low. But I wasn't taking first watch.
I was.
Oh, you're taking third and fourth. So okay, then Leonis, high or low?
Hi.
Congratulations. Your watch passes uneventfully.
Ha. And then I go.
Alright, and second watch was Ari.
Alright, we're getting some weird wobbling from your mic.
Sorry, I'm moving right now.
That's fine.
Give me 1 second.
No, it's just informing you.
Yeah, I'm in a precarious situation with my computer right now.
That doesn't sound good.
I was trying to grab
Precarious
my...
and computer should never be in the same sentence.
That, yes. That is totally true. Is that better?
Keep talking.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was trying to grab my core rulebook, which was across the, or player's handbook, which was across the room from me, but my computer's plugged into a million things that I didn't want to unplug, and it was complicated, so I ended up like almost doing the splits across the room with the computer in one hand.
I need art of that also, please. High or low, Ari? That's much better, by the way. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I'm also gonna go high.
Just barely, but yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Your shift passes uneventfully.
Wonderful.
Alright, and a drawn. First roll high or low,
Low.
and second roll high or low.
High.
Who's that low that's gonna kill you?
One more time. Said for the first roll.
The first roll was low. Second roll was high.
Alright, so at the very end of your watch,
Yes.
sorry, working on it.
Okay. I want to make sure I didn't cut out.
No, as long as you can hear the music, she's still active.
I can't hear the music in the first place, so
Cannot hear the music?
either that or it's just too quiet.
I hear the music
Can
just
everybody
fine.
else in the party hear the music?
I can hear the music.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
can
know.
hear.
It's just now I hear it, but I wasn't focusing on it. Got it.
I'm not sure.
We're good.
So, at some point during one of the watches, I was wanting to find familiar spell.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, hold on, guys. Fantasy
That is-
Grounds is being ridiculous to me right now.
Take your time. I'm trying to choose spells.
Don't try to kill us too quick, DM. I haven't picked my spells yet. Alright, so one of these tokens got pulled off the map, and I can see the targeting line to it because of the way that I selected it, but now I can't actually access it. So I don't know which one that is, and I don't have a way to actually go ahead and grab it. But, okay, so anyway, Adron, as your watch is being taken, to make a perception check for me.
Thank God I'm double proficient in it.
Okay. So, as you are looking around the room, you notice that there appears to be an unnatural shadow. And Quibble or Quirk, your alarm would actually go off at this point as well.
Okay, so then that's
everybody-
a 60-foot area with a ringing bell.
Yep, and it should wake any characters that are within that radius.
Ah, what happened? What's going on?
I believe we have another ghosty goo.
Okay, I immediately get up and pull out the hammer.
Okay, everybody
immediate-
roll initiative for me, please.
Still, terrible initiative.
I was almost to 17.
Why do we have 3 with 7? Also, do we have Quibble back? I'm assuming we do.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have Quibble back at this point. Trying to fix my map here. Large. There we go. All right.
No, Luke, they are not. Apparently. Where the bird gets to go first.
Roll initiative. Okay, so you guys see this huge, massive shadow. Adron, you saw it first, and you just didn't think that it looked natural. And right about the time that you noticed it, the alarm started going off, which confirmed your suspicions. And with that, Quibble actually is going to be going first.
Okay. There. Okay. Pork, by the way, is up on one of the top shelves.
Okay.
Let shelf support him?
Well, he's small.
Okay.
So Quibble will lie down beside Adron.
Oh, speaking of, I need you to drag a Quibble icon onto the map again if you can. If not, I can do it, but I deleted Quibble's token.
Striker
When
also
he
needs
moved.
initiative.
Yeah, it won't let me put one on.
Oh, and Striker needs initiative, thank you.
Low roll.
Won't let you drag one on? Okay. Can you drag the hawk into the chat window?
Did that go in?
Doesn't look like it.
Apparently I don't own the record, so I can't.
That's weird. You should be able to.
Yeah, I just tried to as well, and it also doesn't work.
How did we get a token of Quibble before? I forget.
You dragged it on there.
Yeah, but now it's only listing the hawk here. I thought that we actually had an eagle token.
You dragged it on.
Here. Animal pogs. Animal token. There we go.
Okay. So, it's going to go over to Adron and then, item.
Going to move over to Adron,
Yes.
and then what is it doing?
And it's just gonna follow him as he moves.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it for Quibble.
Okay. Alright, so you guys hear kind of a hissing and a bit of a swishing as this shadow just melds and moves through the air. It raises its hands to you, Quirk, and starts gathering some energy on its fingertips and takes a swipe at you real quick. Does a 14 hit you?
Is my AC.
14 is your AC, okay?
Yeah.
He deals 10 damage as
Okay.
his claws rake across you. You can feel some of the life force rain out of you, and you can almost see like a wispen part of your soul kind of come with the claws. Roll a 4 for me, please.
That work?
I do not see the D4. There it went. Reduce your strength by 2, please. Put it into a temporary score. I don't want you to actually alter your strength, but you need to keep track of this.
How do I put it into it?
What I would recommend is putting it into like the senses category maybe, and just put strength -2 at this point. Okay. Alright, that is the end of its turn. Quirk, you are now up.
Okay. So I'm going to use Quibble's reaction.
Okay.
Cast the protection from good on.
Just say protection from evil, because protection from good or evil, you choose which one you are casting, whether you are protection from good or whether you are protection from evil.
Okay. I'm going to protection from evil.
Okay. And where are you casting that?
That is
I lost you. I heard that is, and that was all I heard.
sorry. That's through Quibble.
Through
Within
Quibble,
range.
but on which target?
A draw.
Okay. Adron, which square are you in, top or bottom?
I was in the top. I tried moving it, but instead of moving, it just canceled the action.
Okay. I'll let you there for the sake of this, though. Okay. So you're casting protection from evil on a drawn.
Yes.
Can you target him and actually cast that? I'm not sure if it
It's
applies the effect to him or not.
not actually on my list, right? Cast it.
He's casting it from the wand. Would you be able to use the wand through Quibble?
Um, here's cast a spell with range of touch. Your familiar can deliver the spell as if it had cast the spell. Familiar must be within 100 feet.
Yeah, but what I'm asking is it you casting the spell, or is it the wand casting the spell? And you're just activating it. Because if it's the wand casting the spell, it doesn't count as one of your spells being cast through Quibble.
Now, it is a spell trigger activation.
For this particular circumstance, I'm going to allow it, because it is to party benefit. But go ahead and go through the spells work and see if you can add protection from good, protection from good evil into your sheet, and then see if you can target a drawn and cast it.
User in your channel timed out.
That target him.
Let me see here. Not. Oh, yep. Now you've got him targeted.
Okay. There you go.
Nice. Okay. Is that everything?
So, if I'm on the top shelf, am I considered in range of attack of opportunity on that guy that's down below?
Yes. Keep in mind that these things are floating. They are not physically on the ground.
Okay.
These are basically spirit creatures, but they look like shadows. Think Peter Pan's shadow.
Okay. So, yes, I believe.
Okay.
Hey.
Alright. This shadow moved over here towards Ari. It's Ari. Whoa, why did that roll twice?
Like, that's a lot of dice.
So many dice. So little time.
Wyatt did that though. Oh, because he has multiple targets.
User joined your channel.
None of which were Ari. Like... it's got Ari targeted. Try this attack again.
It doesn't say on the combat tracker that it has a target. It has already targeted.
I see that it's got her targeted.
Yes, the universe doesn't want to hit me.
I agree with that.
Nice try, you guys. And it misses. It does the same thing, conjuring some energy from its fingertips, and it breaks its claws across like the front of your chest plate. But you manage to dodge out of the way. You feel the air brush by your face, though, as it very nearly did hit you. And Ari, it's your turn.
Okay. With that, I'm gonna turn around and I cast Divine Smite.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attempt to hit it with my longsword.
Okay, go ahead.
Huh.
Okay, awesome. This is what I've been waiting for all night, Ari.
Okay. Okay, there's that, and then the
Okay,
divine
give me just a...
Okay.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. On your weapon, I would like you to add a new damage category.
How do I do that?
Click on the little brown... Nope, hold on.
Oh, the little brown. Oh, yep, I see it.
Okay, and then if you click on the magnifying glass beside your longsword...
Yeah.
You should be able to then, where it says damage, you should be able to add one there as well.
Just below it.
Yeah, it's going to
Okay,
create
yeah.
a new category below it.
Yeah, okay.
I meant to do this prior to the game, and I did not get the
Oh,
opportunity.
no, that's totally fine.
And I want you to add in 1d10 piercing.
Hold on. Oh, okay.
It is not going to get the benefit of any kind of stat. It is just the standard 1d10.
Okay, so it doesn't have a 10 and then bonus.
Okay, let me take a look at your... Hold on.
Yeah, you should look at it.
Okay, so drag a d10 up here. Going to... bonus. Calculating.
Oh.
Okay, so you swing out at this shadow and you connect solidly with it. And as you connect solidly with it, your sword bursts forth with a cloud of thorns. Rosy Cross of Truth, baby. Rosy Cross of Truth.
Thank you, Rosie Cross of Truth.
Can we rename Ari's sword the Sword of Logical Doom?
Yes.
I'm alright with that. I was literally gonna edit it, but yeah.
It has been edited in her sheet, Hardy.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Um, so just for going forward, and your sword no longer does just standard slashing damage, it is doing radiant damage.
Oh, that's amazing. Do you want me to change it from slashing to radiant?
I'm already doing
Or
it.
you're doing it because you're amazing.
So yeah, your sword is actually just doing radiant damage as standard now, but you will get that hail of thorns anytime you roll on the die, not your total roll. On the die, if you roll a 17 plus, you'll get to add in that d10 thorn damage.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome. So why is it?
So do you want me to re-roll damage then?
No, we'll just re-roll the
1d10.
yes.
And then also
Hey.
I need to roll extra radiant damage because I cast Divine Smite.
Also, yeah, go ahead and do that.
So, oops. How do I undo something that I've done on the dice thing?
What do you mean?
I accidentally told it to roll 10d10. And now I'm holding 10d10 and
Just drop them on the map.
Anywhere other than the chat bar.
Yeah, if you drop it on the map, it won't.
oh, okay. Okay, that's a lot of d10. Okay.
I mean, I would have liked that much damage to go onto it, but
Yeah, that would have been.
That would have been amazing.
Okay, so then there's the extra that, and then I also get to do 2d8. Right? Reading that and
Well,
Yeah, I
you've
get
got the
the Divine Smite allows me to do 2d8.
right. Yep. Yeah. So you are going to smoke this thing more than likely.
Smoke the smoke monster. Shadow monster.
Oh, it does that you had it targeted. Why is it not applying?
Because it's not an actual damage roll according to the system. It's just she's rolling these dice, so you have to apply that damage.
Okay. So how much did you do? You did 4, 5, 9, 18 damage.
Your little buddy there.
And as soon as your sword swings through and the hail of thorns explodes out of like the tip and sides of the blade, and your radiant damage, well, not your radiant, but your smite.
It was radiant damage.
Yes, but yeah, the actual smite force that you put back behind it causes this thing to just basically poof into shadowed mist and disappear.
I just smile a little bit. And then
All right. And Striker is up next. Striker is going to she is going to fire her short bow at shadow number 37. And she hits it. And her arrow flies through the shadow and hits the wall, clattering onto one of the shelves on the wall there. And she squints and kind of cocks her head to the side as the arrow doesn't appear to have done as much damage as what she thought it should have. Adron.
Okay, having seen her shoot through the shadow, I'm going to move over in front of this shadow.
Okay.
I'm going to focus. I mean, granted, I don't have the ability quite yet, but I am focusing ki on my short sword.
Okay.
Focusing my energy on this strike. Sort of the role-playing, getting ready for when that ability comes down the road.
Gotcha.
And with Quibble right there, does that count as having an ally adjacent?
Let me do this instead, and then yes.
Thank you. I don't hit, I think.
No, that does not hit. So your sword wings through the shadow, and for a moment it appears to like fade into nothingness, and then it reforms once you reset your blade. It reforms right back in front of you again.
Alright, I'm taking my free action of speaking, and I'm going to say to this thing, if you can fade out of reality, you don't really exist. You do not belong here.
Nice.
Can I roll a persuasion? Yeah, can I roll a persuasion to convince this thing that it doesn't exist and just dissipates?
Oh my god.
Kill it with logic?
I'll allow it.
I approve.
I'll allow
This
it.
better be. What?
Reading that book taught you a lot.
Nope.
Unfortunately, you do not manage to persuade it that it exists. Had that been a natural 20, I would have allowed it.
That would have been amazing.
Anything else, Adron?
No, that's the end of my turn. Hold on.
I got you.
Oh, okay.
Luke. And Quirk, you can also get rid of your alarm
Okay.
box. You. Which one? 37 or 1? Okay. And what do you shout at 37? And when you're ready, go ahead and roll your persuasion roll.
Go home, Shadow, you're drunk.
These,
to find anything anymore.
Luke, you actually see this shadow kind of bob a little bit around Quirk, just enough so that it can look at you, and you can almost sense that it's furrowing its eyebrows at you like, what? And then it comes back to focusing its attention on Quirk. Leonis.
I see this happen, and I very quietly under my breath, so no one can hear me. I'm like, surrounded by imbeciles, and then I go up to 37, and I just smack it with my hammer. No, I dragged that next time. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
You do have an ally near you, so you can roll with advantage.
It doesn't matter.
It could potentially be a critical.
Fine. It didn't matter.
Okay. It was not, but that's okay.
Yeah. Plus there's Radiant. I don't know if that does anything. Actually, no, that will kill it. Never mind.
Doesn't do anything additional, but you did not have him targeted.
Dang it.
So I have
Targeted
to
now.
find him. There we go. But that does damage, and it's magical, so similar to the shadow that Ari struck. This one basically turns into like wisps of shadow, and they kind of float off like a breeze in the air, and it just dissipates.
And then dang, you stole my word. I was going to say, that's how you make a shadow dissipate.
Remember,
Like,
I'm a mind
just
reader, you
exasperated At
guys.
this point. I just woke up.
All right. Next up is not him.
Thank God.
I think we're back at the top of the round.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, Shadow 1 strikes you, Adron.
It tries, but it doesn't exist, so it can't.
It does actually manage to hit you.
As a
And use logic with
reaction.
shadows.
Okay, as a reaction.
How did I have this?
Also, does it have disadvantage?
It should with my with
my
the
fighting.
protection.
I had this up. Sorry. Protection. So that's my fighting style. Oh, never mind. They're really far away from me. Sorry.
Yeah, but still should have disadvantage because of protect from evil.
Disadvantage attack. Okay. Yep, I see that now. I don't know why it didn't, because I don't have him targeted, maybe? Is that what was wrong?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a target. So, all right, we're gonna roll one more attack then. This shadow wings at you, Adron, after seeing its other two compatriots get vanquished. It swings at you with all of its rage and its might, and it hits you square in the chest and explodes itself. Natural 1.
I told you did not exist.
Wait, so it just dissipates because of a natural 1?
It destroyed itself.
Oh my gosh.
Was this on the first half of my watch or the second?
That was on the very final one.
That was fun. Okay. Mark, are you okay?
Yeah. A little hurt,
Sure.
but I'm okay.
Come here. And I can Quirk over down from the top shelf if he's still there.
I come down.
And I immediately put my hands on him and use Cure Wounds. You need to be careful, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Dang it, I didn't have him targeted. That's supposed to heal 5 to Quirk.
Okay. Yeah, Quirk, you can just reduce your wounds by that number. So, Quirk, just as a matter of bookkeeping, your strength is drained by that 2 points that you took until you finish a short or a long rest.
Okay.
So
You sure?
you're effectively at a 10 strength right now.
Yep, no problem.
And I look at Quirk and I go, "Are you sure you're okay?"
Yeah.
Okay. Be careful.
You.
No
Give him
problem.
a hug.
And I give him a hug back. And then I walk over to Adron and I say, "Why were you trying to talk the shadow away?"
Seemed a good idea at the time.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
I joined.
Violence is not always the answer, my friend.
Well, I agree with that to an extent. When
I
it's
did-
a shadow.
Still worth a try.
Okay, and then I go over to the door. And I looked down the hallway. Like, first I make sure that it's not I listen before I do that, and I'm making sure I don't hear the sound right outside the door.
The sound actually seems fairly distant.
Okay, then I open the door and peer down the hallway.
How long did your...
The fire's gotta be dissipated by now.
Okay. So yeah, you look down the hallway and you can't see anything. You have dark vision? I don't think Dragonborn do.
I do not. And
Okay.
I say, well, Drawn, come here.
I peek out the door. And yes, I have 60 foot of dark vision.
60 foot of dark vision?
Go
Okay.
out.
Where are you moving to?
Yeah,
There.
I give him my spot, and I move over to the right, so he can look right across the corner.
Okay. So you have 60 feet of dark vision.
Just be careful not to step into the hallway. We don't know what triggers it.
Okay. So yeah, you still don't see anything even within the 60 feet of shadow and the very, very dim light that is being cast here.
Is the of wood still in the hallway?
Leonis, what did you cast again?
I cast Produce Flame on the piece of wood as I cast it and immediately threw the wood. So I produced it on, in my hand, it caught the wood on fire, and then I tossed it.
Okay, I'm trying to find where you...
I'm not
you
sure
did
how
that.
far I threw it, but I tossed it. Also, it would be charred by now, I would have to assume.
There it is. Let me read this real quick.
Basically, I'm just looking to see if there's enough left that I could relight it.
Are you, peering in front of me?
No, that piece of wood has been consumed.
Okay. Are there any torches or anything on the wall
That
that are just unlit?
The
I'm gonna
lights
back up
that
and
you're
light.
seeing are actually similar to the will-o-wisp that you guys encountered in the beginning, but they're smaller and they're less bright, and they're spread out about every 10 to 20 feet. You know these as witch lights, Quirk.
Okay.
Wait, if it's dim light in here, then I should have 120 feet of vision, not just 60. Because I treat dim light as if it's bright light.
I've read the rule on it, and it still gives you disadvantage for checks.
Okay.
It still obscures vision. I argued the same thing until I read their rule, Adron. It changed from 3-5 to 5.
So I'm going to take out another piece of wood,
Okay.
and I'm going to throw it down the hallway and then hit it with my firebolt.
Okay.
That was at a drawn, by the way.
Yeah, you hit Adron,
Yep.
so don't roll damage on that, please.
Oh!
Okay.
Okay, so you
Apparently I
throw the
should.
wood down the hallway, and you send the firebolt at the wood.
Okay.
Is that what you were doing, Quirk? You toss the wood, then you cast the firebolt?
Yes.
Okay, so you manage to strike the wood. It lands probably right about here, and as soon as it illuminates that area, you see that Minotaur skeleton again, and it looks like it's actually, it looks like it's actually moving away from you guys again.
Do I see that too?
We can sneak up on it.
Actually, I guess you guys would see that now. All of you would probably see that now.
All of us that can look in one hallway at once.
Because you would catch the glint off of the axe as the flame illuminates it.
Let us sneak up on it, and I spend a key point for pass without a trace.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna be like, you should still be protected from him.
I am going to. I say to Adron, I will come with you. Go.
I'm gonna hang back knowing I'm not that stealthy.
So everyone add a +10 to your stealth if you're trying to be stealthy.
Okay, and the way that you can do this, since it has the +2 and the +5, you can actually click in the modifier button and type in 10, and then you can roll your stealth.
That makes me very happy. You are very, and Luke is very stealthy.
Luke disappeared. Ari, it doesn't look like it added your 10.
Oh, yep. No, it did not.
14.
So we're gonna call that a 14, okay? Now,
Oh, nice. You are back still.
and the drawn disappears even more than Luke did.
I am invisible.
Are all three of us going I turned to Adron and say, are we ready?
You don't even see me anymore.
Well,
Yeah, as you try to turn to a drawn and say, "Are we ready?" Your eyes look where you thought he was, and he's gone.
Quibble is staying with him though.
Roll a perception for Quibble.
perception? Oh, yeah.
Okay, but Quibble is also nat 20'd on the check as well.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, Quibble is able to keep up with the drawn just because it was a nat 20.
Yeah, he was sitting on my shoulder.
I'm following following behind them.
Oh,
I
and
guess.
let me roll for Striker real quick too, because I didn't do that.
And I'm gonna
And-
bring up the rear.
Yeah, you three stay back.
I won't let me move.
Okay, so Striker rolled a 30, so she's good. Ari, surprisingly, even as you're moving with these guys in what you think is, you're trying to be as cautious as possible, this Minotaur doesn't seem to be hearing you.
Let us go.
Guys, I'm so stealthy. Doesn't even know where I am.
I'm just gonna start walking.
I'm the queen.
Well, or stealthing quietly, fastly, kinda, behind what I presume to be a Drawn and Luke, if I see them.
Okay, go ahead and just arrange your characters where you want them to be on the map. We're not going to go ahead and,
will I not
don't
be
do
able
your
to-
actual...
Will I not be able to hit him? Like, if Luke's in front of me? Luke, don't get in front of me.
Yeah, you would need to go first.
Luke, you can either go in front of me or not. I assume you're going behind me, though, to shoot him.
While I'm here, I want to try to steal this thing's weapon.
Really?
Okay,
I'm going to attack at the same time you try to do that, distract it as you try to steal its weapon.
give me a strength check in the tower, please.
Does he get advantage because I'm attacking as he's trying to steal the weapon?
No.
Yeah?
Alright. For a drawn. You sneak up on this thing very quietly. And you reach forward, seeing its axe dragging on the ground. And you go to grab its axe, and your hand, like, it just slips off of it. And as your hand slips off of it, you lose your balance. And
Did I get a 1?
natural 1.
Son of a... Ah!
You fall to the ground, and as you hit the ground,
I'm aiming to try to trip it, roll into it.
not expecting the ground to come up so fast, it kind of wins you a little bit, and you let out an oof, which
Okay,
causes
please tell me
this
I get to
Minotaur to
attack
turn
it.
around.
I attacked right as he was doing that, though.
Go ahead and make your attack. I'm
Thank
going to
you.
give
User
you a
in your
surprise
channel
attack,
timed out.
which is going to give you advantage on it.
Ah, yay. That was in case he didn't do it, which I tried. Grathar's hammer, go! I did it.
Okay. That is going to hit. Make sure you target him, Leonis.
Yep, yes, you were right. I targeted him. I got him this time. Let's go. Yeah,
Alright.
did it.
So, Adron reaches forward, falls on the ground. Right at the same time, you wing full force with Grabthar's hammer. And you connect squarely in the ribs, cracking and breaking several of this thing's ribs, sending them clattering to the floor.
I hit it, and then I go, John, why are you on the ground?
Alright, and we have not rolled initiative yet, so I am going to use my handy-dandy little GM power here, and we are going to
User
roll
joined your
everybody's
channel.
initiative.
What? That's a thing?
That's a thing, I can do that.
Whoa. Let's see if we get
Initiative.
another low
Roll
roll.
all
I'm ready.
initiatives.
Yep. I got a 2. Again.
What?
Again. I've been last every single time.
Alright.
Oh my gosh. Also, we don't see the Minotaur skeleton on the combat.
Okay, yeah, I hit it again after
Okay.
it disappeared down the hallway, so I need to find the proper one real quick, and I will unhide it for you.
And I'm second
Thank
to
you
last.
for letting me know.
What is with me rolling initiatives?
What is with me? Why are we
No,
so
you haven't gotten 2 natural ones on initiative. And now that I hit it, it's gonna attack me and I'd be sad.
Ah, found it.
Okay, he rolled a 4 for initiative. Come on.
Okay, so
Oh my gosh.
Striker is up first. And she comes. 25, charging up to here, draws her short bow as she does. Ari, did you have any movement while the surprise round was going on?
Oh, I was trying to be right behind those people.
Okay, so 5, yeah, that'll take you right to there.
Ah,
Quibble
oops.
was flying through to the other side.
Okay. Alright, so Striker takes her attack. I've got it targeted. I do. Fires her short bow at it. He hits it. And he sends her. He pulls her short bow back, taking a breath real quick, and releasing the arrow while she's got her breath held. It hits on the back of the spine, just below the rib cage, and begins bouncing around inside the rib cage, dealing a fair amount of damage as it does. And that is the end of her turn.
Was that a nat 20?
No, but
Okay.
still,
That
it
was a
did
lot
good
of
damage.
I only did
Work.
11.
It's got a really high dex score.
Got it.
Yeah, she's got an 18 dex.
What do you guys think? Fire or ice?
I would say ice.
Whatever is not going to hurt us.
That's why I said ice.
Okay. Oh, I get. Okay.
Okay.
How do you get
So
it
what are you
target?
casting at it, Mark?
A ray of frost. I need to get targeted first.
It's also
Left
on
click
Ariadne, by the way.
Left click or right click?
Left. But you need to control click. Okay, that got rid of the targeting. You left click to select your target first, and then you control click. So you should select. I'm sorry. Click yourself first. Make sure that you are selected. There you go. Now you've gotten rid of Ariadne. Then you control click your target. So
Let's not hit our party with a Ray of Frost.
Okay. I'm also going to get myself into the upper half of the hallway so that I've got clear line of sight to him.
you would still have clear line.
I'm pretty big.
Yeah, Striker is small enough that she would not be obscuring your vision. But yeah, if you want to fly into the upper half of the hallway, I'll allow it. So no disadvantage on your attack.
Cockers.
Yeah! Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fucking time is 9:41.
I'm paying
Oh,
attention
wow.
to it. Okay, so it does not get any reaction.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, I might have done that.
Okay,
Action
so
phase.
its movement is slowed by 10. Alright, now I need to adjust its hit points there because looks like you dealt damage twice. So... Okay, I've got damage adjusted. If that's everything, go ahead and click next actor.
Let's kill this thing before it can move. Or I can move.
Quibble.
You want Chris? Chris?
I'm recording.
Robin needs you.
I'm recording.
Alex, I'm not hearing you if you're talking to us.
So Quibble, are you able
Yeah.
to hear me now?
I am
So-
able to hear you now, yes.
Quibble should still be under his super stealth, so he's just going to hang out there and give anyone advantage that needs it, and not going to do anything.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, you can't, so stand by. Next up is Luke. Okay, go ahead. That's gonna hit. Alright, so you managed to sink one of your arrows into its clavicle, Luke, and as it turns its head and, like, howls in pain, it breaks the arrow off with its horn as it turns. Anything else? Alright, Adron,
Okay, quick question for you.
go ahead.
In real life martial arts, there are attacks that can be made from the prone position. However, the mechanics in D&D are not clear on that.
Okay.
May I make an attack from the prone position?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm...
Typically, such an attack would be made with disadvantage, but since you have your allies nearby and you are a trained martial artist, no disadvantage, just a standard attack.
Okay, so what I would like to do is essentially whip kick it in the knee, trying to break its
Okay.
knee so that it, cannot move, period.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack. Just going to be a standard unarmed strike.
Do I get my sneak attack with since I have the ally adjacent?
Yes, you are going to get that.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
that ends my turn.
Okay, so you see this, as you sweep the knee of this Minotaur, basically manage to blow its knee out, and its which bone is that? Is that the? I guess the tibia is the bottom part of the leg, isn't it?
Yeah, the tibia and the fibula are the two bones in the lower leg.
Okay. So, whichever one is appropriate from the knee to the ankle goes flying out, and this thing gets very unsteady real quickly. It manages to drop its axe almost like a crutch to steady itself, and then it lifts it back up, balancing as best as it can on that one good leg left. Ari.
Alright, I'm going to move forward around Quirk and is that Striker? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I can't get a clear shot.
You would be able
of
to
it,
get to Luke.
but I can't get a clear shot at it, can I?
You can.
I'm gonna pull out my crossbow and aim for it with that.
Okay. Here. Got 2 allies. Leonis, what's your height?
Oh god.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? Don't worry
I'm
about it.
6'5".
Adron is prone right now.
Yeah.
Adron is prone right now. You have a clear shot that way.
I have a clear shot? Alright. Yeah, so I'm gonna shoot over Tron. God.
Thank God it wasn't a natural one. You would have shot me.
Just fill you with arrows.
Shot in the back of the neck, he's dead.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, the arrow goes flying over the shoulder of the Minotaur skeleton, and you see it look at you with like a green flame kind of in its eyes.
Ugh. And that's all I can do.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, you don't see next actor.
I do have it now. I had to close out the thing and cut down a couple
Okay.
things, but now it's back.
Alright,
Like
let's see
thing is
here.
happening again. Sorry. Oh, now it's gone.
Alright, it attacks Leonis,
Yep.
because it's not happy that, dealt a whole bunch of damage to it.
Yay.
It's also not happy that Adron took out its leg.
I say you should attack the thing on the ground. But that's just...
Kick him while he's down.
Even though he's very unsteady on his one leg, you see him lift his axe with both hands, swing through, and plant his axe again on the ground to regain his balance.
He missed.
No, he didn't.
Oh. Oh, you hit me. Good.
Do I get a reaction?
Oh, good. I'm at 1 hit point.
You do get a reaction.
Good. I'm gonna sweep its other leg, try and trip it.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack. That's going to hit. Roll your damage. Okay, yeah, this thing is now prone.
Oh god. Did a lot of damage. Where am I, by the way?
All over, because
Good.
he has a huge great axe.
Perfect. Okay.
So this thing, yeah, reared back with its axe and delivered a very near fatal blow to Leonis. And I think we have just enough time for your turn, Leonis.
Well,
And that
I'm
will be
gonna
the end of the
hit it.
round.
If he swept out the other leg, do I have like advantage on this or something?
You would, because it's prone.
Good. I'm gonna swing the heck out of that because I am at 1 hit point and I don't care anymore.
And your hammer also does bludgeoning, correct?
Bludgeoning and radiant.
Okay.
Advantage?
Yep, advantage.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
You're really hurting.
I'm
Yeah,
really
you are
hurting.
so woozy from the loss of blood that has just occurred that you're seeing blurred vision, and you can only guess where this thing is at now. You heard it clatter to the floor, and you swung at the floor, but you weren't able to connect.
I immediately, as soon as I realize I miss, I just back up, and I know it can't take, one, it's prone, and two, it doesn't have reactions. So I'm gonna just back up here and just like, I'm going to lean against the wall huffing, and I'm like, oh god.
Okay, and with that, it is time for us to end our stream. I'm going to go ahead and get the hosting of Geek and Sundry started so we can watch Critical Role in here. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I appreciate it. I hope you all had a good time. I see Zero Hit Combo responded with Green Flame. Good on ya. Good on ya. And, yeah, we'll hopefully see you next week. Have a great night, everybody.
You guys take care. Bye-bye.